Hey guys, what's going on? Hello, hello, hello. What is it? Tuesday. Happy Tuesday evening. I'm all thrown off from the weekend. How's everybody doing? What's going on? Everybody doing good? Let's get in here. Let's chop it up. I don't want to be on here for too long tonight, but I definitely had to get a few things off my mind. I'm in the middle of baking some zucchini uh, crisps at like 9, whatever time it is, almost 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So you guys are going to finish cooking with me, and we're going to chat for a few minutes, okay? So I hope everybody is doing well, and I hope everybody had a good weekend. Thank you for everybody that came in last night. We chatted for quite a while last night, so I appreciate everybody being here last night very, very much. If you're in the bushes, if you want to chat, great. Just please hit the thumbs up for me on your way in, on your way out. Thank you very much. Yeah, like I thought, like by the time summertime came around, I thought that things were going to start to settle down. Who was I fucking kidding? Who was I kidding? Probably myself. So we got to talk about it for a minute. Hold on. Let me just go get this stuff out of the oven. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm right here. Just keep chatting with me. Come on in. Let me know you're here. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Nobody wants to talk yet? Of course, Victor. I love you. My number one mod over here, Victor. Haha. I love you. How are you doing? Hi, Wendy. How are you? Are you new to my channel? Welcome. How you doing tonight? I'm doing well. You know, all things considered. Everything is good. Adair. Yes, I am alive. I am live and alive. Are you alive and alive, Adair? Welcome in. How was your weekend, Adair? Did you light off fireworks and get all crazy? You guys, we got stuff we got to talk about tonight. Did anybody look at my community page by any chance? Because if you have not, I would advise you to take a look if you can. But if not, we'll talk about it. Ha. This shit is so fucking crazy, you guys. Oh, sorry. I'm just finishing baking some stuff there. Are you hungry? I'm going to take a picture of everything I'm cooking tonight. I got to get away from the kitchen, though. I hope you guys had a good weekend. So let's let a couple more people get in here. You had no fireworks? Come on. That's okay. That's good. That's good. You keeping out of trouble? That's good. Am I getting any? Yeah, well, I'm going to try. You know, I've been outside with the kids with baseball, outside doing the garden. So little by little, right? I love getting sun. I love getting a tan in the summer. It's so nice. It's so freaking nice. All right, give me 1 more second, guys. And I'm going to come in and you have my full attention. Okay, I'm back now. You needed intermission music? I'm sorry. I would have, you know what you would have heard me doing is like scraping all of these zucchini things that I baked off of the cookie sheet. Now I'm talking to Derek. Can you hear me? So I had to go for a follow-up visit today at the dentist. You know, my favorite place to be. Fucking favorite place to be. Yeah, I had that surgery, and they took a look at everything and to see how it's going. So it's actually going very well. So I'm happy for that. All right, here we go. We're gonna go get settled in my Cindy Infinity corner over here. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it very, very, very much. So I have a question for you guys. You guys ready? Because I want you guys to give me an answer if you can. You guys can hear me, okay? Right? Is everything? You guys can hear me, right? Yes, you guys can hear me? Okay, good. All right. Oh, Adair, please trust and believe. I probably miss more than any one of us. You're fine, sweetheart. I'm glad that you're here tonight. I'm so glad you're here tonight. All right. So, yeah. Who thinks that like going real life on people, like say you have like, you have a YouTube channel and like, I don't know, you have a falling out with somebody and like whatever happens. You try not to bring it to YouTube. Part of it gets brought to YouTube. People make mistakes. People say they're sorry. People move forward. That's kind of like how my brain works. Like I'm like, I don't want to sit in it and I don't want to think about it anymore. Like I want to just move past it. Right. So I don't know if that's the way everybody thinks. Because I certainly don't think that that's the way people think based on their actions. You know what I'm saying? Honda, how's up, my girl? How are you? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just the way that my brain works. I can't sit in stuff. I just can't, whether it's in real life, whether it's on YouTube, and unfortunately, people are people, people are human, fucking things happen, whether it's on purpose or by mistake or misunderstanding. And I'm having a real tough time because I got tagged in community posts that I didn't realize I was tagged in, and I find out I'm tagged in them. Maybe notifications came through late. I have no idea. Right. And I put it up on my community wall because I was really like, I went and looked at what I was tagged in. I was like, oh, who tagged me? And I'm like, oh, really? So, like, a couple weeks ago, I think I had mentioned I woke up in the middle of the night and went to go use the bathroom. And I look at my phone like I normally do, see what time it is. And I got notifications that came through. Hi, Carrie Stellar MMA. How are you? Are you new here? So when I look at my notifications, I see a stupid friend request from random. And I keep my Facebook completely private from my other social media. YouTube is like not, it's just different from my other social media. And so I'm like, why is she friend requesting me on Facebook? This is so like lame. You're not my friend. Why would you do that? That's so dumb. And but she had sent the request at like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning when she was up and drinking or whatever was happening, and took the request back. because I went into my friend request things and I was like, oh, it was retracted. I was like, okay, well, this is weird because this comes months after we all stopped talking. Yeah, Honda, we keep our private life. Yeah. Like there's certain things you just keep private for a lot of reasons. It's not because you're being shady or whatever, but like people can get weird and fucked up on social media like this. So I made a post about it, or I said something about it, and I was like, why are you requesting me on Facebook? Like, we're not friends. We've been done and over with, like, whatever our friendship was for a long time, months. And you're sending a Facebook friend request. And I'm like, that's weird. And she fully admitted in a response to it, was like, well, I'm trying to find out more about your business. I'm like, I live in Connecticut. You live in Ohio. Clearly, you're not trying to make an appointment with me to get your hair or your eyelashes or your makeup done. So you're not trying to find out information about my business. You're trying to troll the fuck out of me. That's exactly what you're fucking doing. And I did not realize that, you know, so many of her community posts are about me. And so when I went to go see one of her community posts, I was like, damn, like, what is wrong? Like, what is wrong? And it's like going into information that she retracted from Facebook on businesses that I had worked at previously. Now you're going back over 5 years, well over 5 years. Honda, I would love to think that, but that's not the truth because honestly, they have said that they do not want to fix the friendship, and that's okay. And I will move forward, and I'm not talking about it, but I'm talking about it now because you know what? When you're putting business out there that has nothing to do with anything, but you're just really being creepy, that is just not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not cool. And it doesn't sit well with me? And I'm not trying to be like a shit talker about people, but honestly, this is just, I've asked it to stop multiple times and it just keeps going on. Like, this was done 2 weeks ago. We haven't talked since February because that's when everything was done and over with. And I want to stop talking about it. But then you tag me in something and I see something come through, even though it was 2 weeks ago. I got the notification and I go and look at it. Victor goes, look at Honda. Cindy question. Answer. A piece of art with Honda Mommy would be helpful to express yourself. Yes, definitely. I agree. 100%. Hi, Diane. Hi, honey. Victor, she's laughing at you. Oh, you have beautiful women every day. Oh, look at this. I have beautiful women every day on Facebook that want to be my friend. I'm really popular and they don't want anything but love and money. Yeah. Hmm? A lot of scammers out there. You know what, Hansa? Like when you have a gut instinct about certain things. Oh, she's laughing at you, Victor. She loves that. That's great. When you have a gut instinct about things and you're just like, wow, like this is so messed up. When you're going to go that deep into somebody's whatever, the thing of it is that part of our, whatever our friendship differences were and the fact that we, you know, um, got into an argument or whatever the case is, or had difference of opinion. I don't even fucking know at this point. And it was supposed to be kept off of YouTube. Random was the one that kept bringing it to YouTube, like very like subtly at one point in time, you know? And, I just want to be left alone. Like, I'm like, listen, we can go our separate ways. We can have a difference of opinion. Everything I thought was fine. And you know what? Random is the one that keeps the shit going. And I'm sorry. And I'm so sorry that I have to bring this like to the table here because it wouldn't be fair for me to like just let that shit go on that sits on her community page that's literally going into such personal things in my life. Like, she literally went on my Facebook, investigated salons that I had posted as businesses that I worked at previously. I haven't updated my Facebook in over 5 years. Why are you going on there and taking the time to then go and research to see, do I own the building? Am I a salon owner of that business? No, I'm not. I was never a salon owner of any of those businesses. And you know what? That's creepy to me. That's just creepy. And I don't even want to entertain a conversation because that's fucking creepy. Our argument had nothing to do about my business. So stop trying to discredit me in every which way you can and like make things even creepier like a single white female, because I'm done. Like this is just so done and over with, and I've asked to be left alone. I've really asked to be left alone. I'm gonna go through here. How to, no. The thing of it is that talking about it would actually be coming to some kind of a resolution. And like even with Melissa, like she has said already, she will never go back to even like not even a friendship, but like she will never agree to disagree or anything like that. So it's not even worth it because she wants no resolution when it comes to it. I think they just want to sit in it sometimes. And it's like definitely random that stirs the pot a lot of the time, unfortunately. And I'm going to call it out like I see it. I'm sorry. Like that's just really crazy. And I listen, and it breaks my heart too, Honda. It does. I'm good, Diane. Thank you. How are you, honey? I hope you had a good weekend. Um, No, Honda, it breaks my heart sometimes, but not really anymore because I got to be honest with you. Like, it's just so creepy. It's just stalkerish and creepy. Um, Creepy would be looking for infinity on white pages. Yes. Yes. Creepy would be looking for infinity on white pages. You know what, Honda? I have always tried to have the benefit of the doubt when it comes to people, and I know you do too. And I know you don't want to be caught in the middle of anything, and I appreciate you being a really good, solid friend, and being neutral. And I'm not trying to drag anybody into this, but it had to be made known because it's just so crazy, like how um, real life people go. And I didn't even realize this. Like, and I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Like, I'm not on here asking for money to donate to keep my business afloat. Um, so what's the difference? Like, and furthermore, I'm glad that like this is the kind of person that would like stalk the fuck out of my business, out of my clients, out of everything, you know? Grandma, you know what? Yeah, but grandma, you've also called me the same thing over at SG's before too. So don't don't play both sides of the fence here. Okay? Because I've seen you say some really foul shit about me over at SG's and you don't even know me. But you're right, grandma. She does. She's called me cocktail. She pushes out family information that I never put on YouTube, and that's not fair either. And sits in it and is like, yeah, I did that, and what? Like, okay, that's not cool because if she does it to me, she'll be damned to do it to everybody else. Yep. Thank you, Diane. Thank you. Thank you, Diane. Grandma, you never called me cocktail? Or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else then. But seriously. Honda. Everybody's going to be going to the dog pound tonight. Yes, Diane. And Diane, you were so kind to say that because you've said this before to me too. Like sometimes you just have to let it out. And it's not about wanting to be negative, but it's like putting shit out there like because it's so not right. Like to go like that, like into somebody's real personal life. Like why after all these months do you have to go those lengths to do that shit? Like it's just not um it's just not normal. No, cocktail is not a bad name, but when they're trying to slander you saying that you're drunk all the time, like she put in a community post that I fill water bottles with alcohol to go to my children's baseball games. Bitch, are you fucking kidding me? Like that's okay. There's a level of insanity there that's like just so beyond. And people are actually buying into it, which is even crazier. And I'm like, yes, I'm filling my water bottles with tons of alcohol so I can go function at my kids' baseball games to just then drive home and like be like such a sloppy mess. I mean, come on. Well, okay, Grandma. Listen, we're gonna keep it chill over here, okay? We're not talking about anything attacking any Honda. Oh my god. Yeah, we're not talking about anybody. Oh my god. Grandma, are you like secular? Because he always comes over here and starts to try to talk about the foxes too. So I'm trying to think you're secular. No, and I don't understand people either, Diane. Like I'm just not. And the thing is, like I had a live yesterday for 2 hours and we were just shooting the shit. And I'm sorry if I'm boring. Like some people say that. Fine, then think I'm boring. We have fun over here. We have a yeah, right. Get out of here with your fake ass account. I know, seriously. I feel like that's secular because that's the first thing he says when he comes over here, and then I'll tell him to simmer down, and he simmers down usually. So I don't know, Grandma. We're not talking about foxes over here. We're not talking about things attacking people. Come on. But I know we say things that we don't mean when we're hurt. But Honda, it's been months. Like get over it. Like seriously, people need to get over the hurt. Like either you want to legitimately talk about the hurt or you want to move past it. And at this point, everybody's moving past it. Like I've moved past it. Thank you, Adair. I think you're freaking fantastic too. I think you're fantastic too. Grandma, then okay, that's fine. I'm just saying I was making a comment that secular comes in here and he talks about the foxes the second he comes in here or within a minute or two of coming into my chat. That's all. But you've been on SG's chat for 5 to 6 years. Okay. So then we're just gonna stop talking about the foxes. That's what we say. I'm not keeping shit going over here. Yes, your dog has part wolf. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely. Yeah, Diane, seriously. But you guys understand what I'm saying? Like, she's going into my Facebook and she's like, make it make sense. Like, I want to know. She's like literally called places and she's like, well, this is where one salon was, and she names the salon. You can go see it in my community post. And she's like, it doesn't even show you as an owner operator and you don't own the building. And I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, you're that interested in what's going on? That's like creepy. I mean, most businesses operate out of a other like a strip mall or some type of a business like where there's a bunch of other businesses and there's one owner of the complex and you rent from them. That's typically how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like it just creeped. Like when I read that, I was like, wow. After all these months, this is what you're that interested in because why? Because of nothing. You know, it's just how low people will go and how it's not even low. It's more or less like how creepy involved they get in your real life. And that's the only way I can describe it. The pets are good, Victor. The doggies are in the bedroom right now with Mr. Infinity. He was like, "Why don't you go live for a little bit and we're gonna have some, you know, Infinity family time later." So, I love that. I love that I went to work today. I had such a busy day and like I come home and he's so encouraging. Like he's just like, "Yeah, go live for a little bit." And then, we get to have a little bit of our time and yeah, and then tomorrow it's like regular routine. All the kiddos are back. The kids had a field trip today and they were going late. They didn't get back until later tonight. So, I saw something about a soap opera star. Yes, Victor. I saw. Did you see that soap opera star passed from a catalytic converter theft. Someone was trying to steal his catalytic converter, and like he didn't like allow it, and then they offed him. Is that what happened? I had seen that there was a soap. I had seen that in the headlines. I didn't realize that that's what it was about. That's crazy. Yeah, there's too much shit in the world, you guys. I love what I do for work. I thought it might have been a General Hospital person. I used to watch General Hospital years ago, but they changed they changed the actors that play the different characters. But I looked at that and I was like, damn, I was like, that looks like a General Hospital actor. No kidding. Oh my gosh. Well, rest in peace to him. That is so sad. This world is just turning crazy, crazy fugazi. Crazy fugazi. We walk around here with like, oh, me. A buff uncle. I don't know. That's terrible. That really is terrible. I'm actually going to put up, I was taking some pictures tonight of one of my clients, before and after photos of doing her lash extension fill, which that's like one of my like favorite. Well, everything I do is my favorite because I love doing it. Because I love what I do for work. Um, yeah, I do. I really love what I do. And actually, prior to COVID and just a little bit after COVID, I mean, I was traveling around so much prior to COVID. I had the salon, and then I also was doing education, and I was a national educator for a hair extension company, and I used to love going around, and they would have me go different places. So when I wasn't behind the chair, I was traveling and working at shows and going into different salons and doing private classes. And that was another thing that I absolutely loved to do. And a lot of that is kind of after the pandemic. I mean, a lot of that fell by the wayside. It's sad. A lot of businesses went out of business because we couldn't work during that time. I mean, and it was like that's your livelihood. Like when you stop working and you're in that business, like you're not making money. If clients aren't coming in and getting their stuff done, you're not making money. I mean, so much of it is like constantly, you know, um, having some of like the new offerings and things like that for people. And the the best compliment I can ever get is when someone comes to me and says, "Hey, I saw you did so and so's hair. I loved what you did. I want to come and get my hair done." Yeah, I do. Yep, I do hair. I do eyelashes. I do makeup. Um, I've specialized in a lot of like very special like services like hair extensions, and one of my specialties has also become people that have had hair loss due to illnesses, whether it was cancer and they lost their hair doing chemo, or COVID. A lot of times people lost a lot of hair. So that's been a big give back, especially after my mother went through her bout of cancer. I do a lot of that for people, and really try to make it as affordable as possible for people because that's a big part of women's lives. Yeah, COVID continues to have an effect. Absolutely, the financial effect. Yeah, it's a very well. You got to think. When you build up to that point where you have that nut and that money saved, and then you have to go stone cold like with nothing, and you have nothing coming in, and you still have to pay all those bills. Who does fashion design for men? What do you mean? Like what kind of fashion design? Like clothing fashion design, Victor? But yeah, I mean, we had to pay out so much and we had nothing coming in. So we dipped into our savings, like in terms of like helping to keep our business afloat. And then all of the rules and regulations when we were able to possibly reopen with all of the masks and the barriers between your stations, and then you had to wait 15 minutes in between each client. Lola, get down. Lola. She smells the food on the counter. There were just so many regulations, and so we could not pack in as many clients throughout the day because we had to wait 15 minutes in between sanitizing our chairs because the sanitation spray would only take effect after 15 minutes. I mean, it was like all these crazy things we had to go through. Extra protocols, like even though we had our license and we had our business license, we had to relicense ourselves through the COVID protocol through the Department of Health. And we had to take these tests online, and then we had to print out our certificates. So if anybody from the Department of Health came in, we had to have these posted that every single person in the salon took these COVID pandemic precautionary, whatever they were called. Like, basically it was like, Department of Health stuff, and I was like, this is a joke. Like, this is the stuff that we get tested on before we actually get our business license and our hairstyling licenses, Yeah, and Locks for Love became very particular, Adara, unfortunately, about what kind of hair they accept, which is crazy. They're like became really particular. They didn't want anybody with any kind of hair dye in their hair, like nothing. Better choices with clothing for men. It depends on what your style is. I like for a variety of choices, like Off Saks Fifth Ave is a great place to go and get some name brand stuff. Um, for men or women at like a reduced cost. They have a lot of different designers there, as well as their own brand. So that's one particular place I love. Um, some more inexpensive places that have really good choices, I think, are like Target. Target's pretty good too. Oh yeah, right. I know. Yep. See them 1 year and they close. Yeah. Hey Willow, how are you? Yeah, creepy creeper mixing. Mm-hmm. Creepy McCreeperson. Yep. Diane says that she agrees with there. Um, yeah, I like Off Saks. Off Saks is great. Nordstrom Rack is a great place to go and like take a look. Um, it depends on what you're looking for, though. You can find some great things at like Target. Um, and some of these, like honestly, Amazon is like taking over everything at this point when it comes to choices for like even like clothing. I have a harder time finding things on Amazon. Like I have certain places that I like to go and pick things out at. I hate going to the store though now. I just do. I know. But yeah, so it's been really tough, because we had so many things that we had to pay. And everyone's like, oh, you could apply for the pandemic relief fund. There were so many stipulations behind that, like that made it almost impossible for a lot of business owners to qualify for that. Like, you know what I mean? Um, yeah, so it just is, I don't know. I just feel like we just need a big burst like within our economy. Something needs to change. Women have more talent with image and looks. Why do you want me to be like your fashion person, Victor? I can help you. I love doing that kind of stuff. I'll help you pick out things. You let me know your budget, you let me know your style, you let me know your size, and we can put some outfits together online. Would you like? I'll be your buyer, your fashion buyer, your fashion you know, in person. I like that. I like doing that kind of stuff. You know what I like about my job? It's not even a job. It's my career. It's my talent. It's everything. I love making people feel good about themselves at the end of the day. And I have over the years cultivated such an amazing clientele. They're all my family. They're all my family. Like every single one of them. As a matter of fact, I have to text one of my clients tonight and I need to say prayers for her because her father is in the hospital and things are not looking good. So I definitely need to say prayers, more prayers for her and her family, and see what she needs because that's what we do. That's just what we do. We're all family. I've had people for God over 15 years that come to me, and it doesn't matter where I am, if I'm in between, if it was during the pandemic and we had to be outside double masked in a lawn chair in the driveway, socially distanced, they were hell and high water bound to get their color done because they were not going to be sitting at home looking at gray hair. And I appreciate that. And I love that, you know. And I love what I do because I'm fucking good at it. Like I can just, like when like a doc, like you look at a doctor and like a doctor can figure something out, or a police, detective can figure out a case. Like they go through the motions, like they go through the case and they can figure things out. I can look at some of the hardest color corrections, something that someone's going through, and I'm like, okay. And I go through like in my head, I'm like, I know exactly what I need to ask them. I know exactly what I need to then do because I know how to fix it. I know how to make it exactly what they want. And I listen to what they want, It's not my idea, it's their idea. It's like, I love that. Like I just absolutely love that. Because not one person walks away disappointed. And not one person has to come back and get it corrected because it's always done exactly how they want it. But yeah, so that was just, it was just like, dude, leave it alone. There was never a need to have to prove what business I have and what ownership I have. And because there's no question about it, because there's never been a question about it, because it's never been anything that had to be questioned. You know, I'm not sitting here going, oh, I'm having such financial issues with my business. Can you guys like help me and donate to it and whatnot? Mr. Infinity is waving hi to everybody right now. He says hello. He had to come out and taste test the zucchini fritters I made tonight. Are they good, honey? Are they good? Yeah. He says they're good. He gives me the thumbs up. Of course they're good. Of course they're good. Yeah, good. Yeah. Of course they're good, right? You wouldn't expect it any other way. You guys still here? Yes. He says hello. I know it is crazy. We actually have a little bit of a reprieve this week, a little bit with baseball. That's only because the schools are on field trips this week, end of the school year. So the kids have had crazy field trips, but that's okay. Yeah, so trust and believe. Like my business is not any of your business, random. Okay. Yay. Summer fireworks. Yeah, we'll do some here. And we'll be away right after the 4th of July. I'll take you guys with me on vacation. You're going to come down to the Jersey Shore with me. Yes. And otherwise, yeah, you never know when fireworks are going to go off at our house. You just never know. I know, right, Diane? Thank you. Yes. The kids are having a good time. Yeah, they drive me nuts, but that's just typical. Actually, we have two of the boys, their birthday is the beginning of next week, so we're having a family party on Sunday here. So I got to get prepped for that a little bit. So that'll be fun. Hopefully it's going to be a nice week. I don't even know, actually. I don't even know. I'll take a look at the weather right now and see what the weather looks like for the rest of the week here. Ooh, it's looking pretty good. I got to get my garden finished up. This set of twins is June 3rd. They have the same birthday, this set of twins. The other set of twins has different birthdays. 11:59 and midnight. Oh, she's in June too. When is she, Honda? Happy birthday to her. Oh my God, so she's really close. Okay. Happy birthday to Honda's daughter. Nice. I feel like we have a lot of June birthdays in our family. We have a lot of winter birthdays like December and January. And then your other one is July. Oh, nice. Well, July what? My grandmother was in July. Honda Mommy is a wonderful mommy. Honda Mommy is going to be my mommy too. She's my mommy. Oh my God, Honda, that's my grandmother's birthday. No shit. Really? That's so crazy. I was just thinking the 17th. That was my grandmother's birthday. That's awesome. Aww. I like that. That makes me happy. Yeah, Honda, I got to message you. We're heading down. We're doing our typical Jersey Shore, vacay. One of these days, Honda and I are going to meet up. I think we've been talking about this for 4 years now. Right, Honda? Oh my gosh, it's going to be in the 80s this week, you guys. Well, let's see. Tomorrow is going to be nice. It's going to rain in the evening. All right. Looks like a decent week. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. I got to finish getting the garden ready. My tea history garden. Yeah. So anything else going on that's exciting, you guys? You're a girl making machine, Adair? Yeah, well, I'm a boy making machine, so go figure, right? Yeah, I made a lot of boys. That's okay. That is what the good Lord above wanted you to have. All boys are there. 4 of them to be exact. Yeah. Definitely. Yep. All about to be teenagers. Well, 2 are teenagers. 2 are going to be 14, and then 2 will be 13 in October. Yep. Give me 1 second, you guys. Yeah, I know. See how that works, right? Oh, your niece is going to graduate 8th grade? Really? Yeah, two of my boys are graduating 8th grade this year. Well, congratulations to her. That's awesome, Victor. Um, does she have any like big high school plans? So many people I know are like, everyone's looking into different schools for their kids for high school. Um, there's a lot of alternatives in our area, whether it's like a tech school or people are applying to like these very prestigious elite like high school. If you have a very bright child, you know. Um, I have my opinions on it. I think that sometimes they can be good and sometimes they can be really, um, really, really difficult, for the families. Because the commitment with that kind of a school is just crazy. The financial commitment, the academic component of it, they're just it's a little bit much. I think everything has become so competitive for kids when they're but way before college level, even if they go to college. I think that too many times we're rushing kids to prepare themselves to be adults and they're not enjoying their youth. They're not enjoying their adolescent period. You know, um, I empower my kids and work with my kids each and every day, to get better, like with their schooling and stuff like that. But I want them to also enjoy the process of everything, the whole enjoyment of like their school and their life and what they're learning and being versed in like a lot of different things. And then I don't know. It's hard because it's like I see some people where they're like, I know I have clients of mine that have kids that they're like, they're pushing them and they're pushing them in a good way. But they're like, trying to get these kids to um, be part of like get like interviewing for these elite schools, and then they're disappointed because they don't get in the first time, and then interviewing again, and then they're like, well, it's all about just like who, like I'm like, well, your child is smart, so no matter where they go to school they're going to be thriving, and they're like, yeah, well, they're not going to get challenged enough in this public school that they would go to. And I'm like, okay, I get that, I understand that. And I can appreciate them wanting their kid to get an academic challenge more, academically challenged more. Yeah, Victor, and like, but then I see them now, like they push these kids so much to getting into these schools, and like the kids are not doing well, or they're struggling, I should say, like way more than they ever were before. And I'm like, is it worth it? Like you're paying all this money, and it seems like a lot of grief for some of these people, for the kids, and then the parents can't go and do what they normally would do. And I'm like, there is a thing that like is work-life balance and is also like school life balance. And you need the time to be able to like decompress and spend a little time with your family and regroup. And because family is for me, family is first and foremost. You know what I mean? More than anything. um so it's hard, it's sad when I see people's lives, like kids lives are getting put on, like legitimately the family's life is getting put on hold because the kid has to focus so much on school. um it's just crazy to me, you know like there's a time and a place, and I don't know. That's more for like when the kids are like in these real elite high schools. Yeah, sometimes I wonder if it's worth it at the end of the day. I really do. Well, it's only Tuesday, you guys. I feel like it's so much later in the week. I don't even know why. Probably with the holiday weekend. Definitely feels like it definitely feels like it's later in the week. Oh my gosh. Anything else you guys want to chit chat about? You want her to be an international traveler when she's young? Yes. Except you got to be careful with the international travel right now just because of all the crap that's going on. But yes, absolutely. Yeah. No, you want to make sure that they get a taste of it now. Oh, would you stop it there? Your kids are all having a great life. Hang on. My kids are all having a great life despite me being their dad. They have husbands that are anti-me. Well, you know what? You did a good job. You raised good kids, Not everybody has to be the same, right? You mean anti-you like they're not like you, right? They're not similar to you. That's okay. Diane, you have a great night too. Thank you for coming in, hon. Always nice to see you. Thank you for always being so positive and understanding, just like all you guys are. Thank you. And like I said, we're only going to be on here for a little while. Me and my boring self, right? Now all the doggies are coming in to say goodnight. They said woof woof good night. Well, I love you guys a long time. I appreciate all your support. Go take a look at my community page. I appreciate it very much, guys. Like if you have not already, and all my bush babies that are there, thank you for watching and listening. Anytime, Diane, you know that. Anytime, sweetheart. Adair, you're wonderful. Don't even go there. We're having all positivity over here, and I'm sure you did a wonderful job. Thanks. Thank you, Victor. Thank you for listen streaming with me. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Have a wonderful night. I love you long time. I'll be back on, I don't know, maybe tomorrow for a little bit. All right. Have a great night, guys.